Hi everyone, this is Richard. In this video we're going to talk about transitions. So transitions, this is a little bit of a fun one. It's nice and simple, straightforward, just more of a demonstration. So I cleaned this up a little bit. Height equals 800, width equals 1280, and I'll put that there. And then I'm going to name some of these things like Firefox Resource Manager, Sprite Firefox equals new sprite, so it's easier to keep track of. Sprite Dart. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sprite dart at 0. Okay, so it's going to be right here. And I'm going to put the sprite Firefox at width divided by 2, which is 1280 divided by 2. So that's going to be right in the middle right here. So let's look at what happens. So it'll be easier to see, okay? And then I'm going to add sprite dart and sprite Firefox here, and then I'm going to let them fall. Okay, so these are the transitions. So if we go to this page, if you just search StageXL and transition, it'll show you this page. And what this page shows you is what these transitions actually are. Remember, a tween is when you go from one area to the other area. What is the transition when you go from here to here? And what this just demonstrates is how do you get from here to this side? And the linear, you just go straight there. So, and sine, it goes back there and then back again. And cosine. And so what you're basically doing is you're going, actually, it's more from here to here. And how you get there is the speed of it itself. All right, so here it's not moving towards here, right? So it's not moving. Then all of a sudden it moves forward. All right. This one, what it shows is that it moves forward, then stops, then moves forward again. All right. So so remember this axis right here. That's the y-axis. You move there, it stops, and you move there. So in other words, sorry, I should have said this before. This is time, and this is distance. Here, it goes the same speed every time. What's gravity look like? Well, gravity looks like it starts from the beginning, and it loops up into a J-shaped, I'm not sure what kind of curve that actually is. So this is probably more like gravity than anything else. Maybe something like this, or something like that is probably more like gravity, okay? So let's look at the transition. So we say it's the tween, and we say transition is in cubic. So let's change this to something like linear. And so it says linear here and it's the ratio here. But the ratio, that gives you an error right, it's right inside of there. What you have to do is you have to delete that. Okay, so right like that. And what that does, the ratio, I think what the ratio refers to is this number right here. What this is the length of time of the transition in seconds. So if it goes from here to here, how many seconds does it take? So if the number is 10, it takes 10 seconds to move across. If it's 0.1, it takes 0.1 second to move across to its final destination. Okay, so if we change this to linear and we change this to linear, itself, the Firefox image should travel faster, right? And this one's going slower, 3 times slower, right? But if you change it to the same number, it should fall at the same exact pace, right? But it won't be the same exact if the transition is different. So let's say 1, I'm going to say ease out in cubic. Okay, and for this one, I'm going to say this is random. So random is just going to be all over the place. So it's going to go up and down, up and down, up and down for a while. This is going to be, it goes slow, and then it speeds up as time goes by. Okay? Let's try that. So, well, what was that? Ease out in cubic. Ease out in cubic. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it doesn't move, then it moves, then it slows down. Out in cubic or out in cubic, I'm sorry. So what it does is it moves, it stops, and it moves again. Let's slow it down a little bit. Let's give it 3 seconds before it makes that transition. The random was pretty random. There we go. See, it moves, it stops, it moves again, just like that, this position right here, okay? And so if you play around with it itself, I think this one, ease in quadratic, is the closest to gravity. I think that's what that is. I'm not positive. Let's see what that looks like. I'll slow it down here just so we can see it better. So that'll be the Dart image right here. So it has some more acceleration as time goes by. I think my computer's a little slow. So, sort of, a little bit of acceleration. So we can use one of those if we want to simulate gravity. And these are the different transitions. So just to go over the syntax again, at first when it had this ratio right there, right there it talks about a ratio. I don't know what that ratio actually is. I think again it refers to it refers to this particular number that gets inserted inside of there. Maybe it's a function reference or something like that. That's what I'm guessing is going on. So that's it with transitions. Let's keep moving on and learn a little bit more of the rest of the framework of StageXL. Thanks.